All right, what is going on, everybody? We are live here in the After Review Studios. I am your host, Pete. Changing up a little bit on this Tuesday, our second to final day of the year 2025. We're just going to be hanging out. Not that. We're just going to be hanging out. We're going to do our power rankings. I made my list. I was too lazy and busy to make a video. So instead, I will just give you beautiful souls my list. And I'll break it down, who I have and why I have them there. Zay, what's up? Zay is back into football. Zay was going to quit football. He said football was stupid and lame, but then his Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers gave him life again. So now he's fully back, excited, couldn't be happier. He's jumping for joy over here. But yeah, let's kick it off with our bottom tier teams. Hold on, let me pull some stuff up real quick. I got to change the cover. Things are never easy over here because YouTube and life and stuff. There we go. Get our second cover up for our vertical stream. Can I get the chat open? There we go. Daily, what's up? Been a while, hasn't it? It has been months, I want to say. Weeks, months. I feel like it's been months. Anyway, okay, guys, bottom tier teams. Let's make this easy for us. Bottom tier teams. The teams who are shit. I mean, the worst. The worst of the worst. Everybody's favorite bad football teams. All right, the New York Jets are the worst team in football. There's no way around it. There's no avoiding it. They're so bad. Brady Cook is easily the worst quarterback in football. Everyone likes calling my guy JJ McCarthy. Not even close. Not even close here. The Jets are a total dumpster fire, man. It's laughable how bad this team is. They still don't have an interception. They're the first team to go 16 games without an interception. They're going to be the first team to go without an interception for the entire season. Opposing quarterbacks have thrown 34 touchdowns and 0 picks against them. And it's bad. It's just so bad. You think Bama beating Indiana, you're a Bama fan? I do not. I do not think Alabama is good enough. Now, if they play their best possible game, they can. I just don't think they will. Kalen DeBoer is not a very good head coach. They can't run the football. It's all on Ty Simpson, and that's not ideal. All right, Raiders, second to worst. I think we knew it. The Raiders at least won the Tank Bowl. The Raiders won the Tank Bowl. Shout out to the Raiders. All they got to do is lose this week against the Chefs. They'll get the first overall pick. Cheers for the Raiders. They sucked. They sucked perfectly enough. So good for Pete and them. And I think Pete's going to come back. I think they're going to bring Pete Carroll back because of how bad he was, which is exactly what you want. Ghost Hunter, what's up? Bengals all day, even though the Bengals are 6-10. The Bengals are actually like kind of decent now with Joe Burrow and them. Hit the like button, guys, if you haven't already. Really helps the stream out a lot. Gets us out into the algorithm. Arizona at 30. Jonathan Gannon will no longer be the head coach next week. After Sunday, he will not be the head coach. Thank God for Arizona. They don't have a quarterback. There's just not good signs in Arizona. Like Jacoby Brissett may be coming back. I guess the best thing is you get Trey Benson and James Conner back. I mean, Marvin Harrison Jr. is looking more and more like a bust. Like, it's still a terrible football team. Brady Cook makes Geno look like Peyton Manning. True. If Joe Burrow never got injured, we'd be playoff contenders. Yeah, but that defense is still so terrible. Faisal, what's up? I don't know. What's up with you? How's your Tuesday? Our last day. King, hello. How's everybody's second to last day of 2025? How was 2025? Are we hyped for 2026? Let's go. I believe, boys. I believe. All right, New York Giants. They're terrible, but they won the Tank Bowl, so they don't get the first pick. They're going to have a medium pick. What do you do with Jackson Dart? I don't think Jackson Dart is the guy. Maybe you give Dart another run. I probably would have went with him in the Mendoza train. There is talent on this team. Malik Neighbors coming back. Cam Scadaboo coming back. Their defensive line is pretty good. Their secondary is atrocious. You need a new good head coach. Maybe you get enough out of Dart. There is potential with Dart. Probably shouldn't have been playing this year, but he was. So you're going to have to contend with that. We'll see what we'll see what they look like moving forward. Our defense is a poverty franchise on its own, yes, and ownership a poverty franchise. The downfall of the Commanders needs to be studied. Well, they were the oldest team in the league, and they got old guys hurt, including their old young quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who we were worried about. He was also not good this year. Daniels was bad. Daniels was flat out bad playing this year. Bringing them into 28. They didn't have any run game. I think the Terry McLaurin situation that they dragged all the way up to the beginning of the season was a mistake. They got rid of Brian Robinson Jr. You lost any sort of juice in the backfield early. And this team was just behind the eight ball the entire year. Played a second place schedule. And they really weren't that good. Injured team. I think Dan Quinn's going to get one. Someone's probably going to get fired. Like Dan Quinn, probably going to get fired. I mean, not Dan Quinn. At least Dan Quinn or Kingsbury going to get fired. One of them, maybe. Someone's got to get blamed for this. It's not even our DC. It's just the players. Yeah, Al Golden is a good DC, but the players are terrible. Commanders have got to fix that defense and stop relying on one player. Yeah, and that one player has not been that good. Dolphins, hey, the Dolphins did win this week. Shout out to Quinn Ewers, Stacy. Shout out to Quinn. Kansas City at 27. Do we need to explain this? Patrick Mahomes maybe should be the MVP. That team's terrible without Mahomes. Cleveland at 26. They won. I guess their defense was great. Shador was terrible. Don't tell me Shador was good. He was bad. Their defense won the game. The Cleveland has now won 6 games, scoring under 13 points this decade, which is the most of any team. So good for the Browns. I heard that on Bill Simmons' podcast. That's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous how bad they are. The Titans being above 17s is crazy, but not wrong. Yeah, like the Titans have been good the last month. They lose that game to the Saints, but the Saints are a good team. Offensively, Tennessee has looked good. 4 straight games of multiple passing touchdowns for Cam Ward. That's second most all time by a number 1 overall pick. That only trailed Baker, who did it 5 straight weeks. So pretty good company there. They've looked better. They ran the ball really well, and there's no weapons on this team. Obviously, if Mahomes is healthy, I think the Chiefs are ahead of them. I think they're better than all these other teams. I think Tennessee beats Washington, New York, Arizona. I just don't think there's anything there. And then Miami. Miami, a solid squad. Quinn Ewers gets a B for me in his second career start. Didn't do too much. Didn't lose the football game. Played well. Made some throws. Wasn't pretty. Their defense isn't very good at Miami, but they've showed some fight, and they have a great running back in Devon Achane. We'll see what the wide receiver room looks like. They're going to dump Tua Tagovailoa. Tua, my eggs are scrambled egg brains Aloha. I got to find up something for him. Tua terrible Loa. They'll have Devon Achane. They'll have Jalen Waddle. Probably going to trade Tyreek Hill. New head coach, maybe. Seems like Mike's going to stay. DJ Mikey Mike might be here to stay in Miami. So we'll see. KC's downfall needs to be studied, needs to be given to scientists and put in a lab to be examined. Well, I can explain it. Terrible offensive line, no run game, terrible defense of line, and Patrick Mahomes has to do everything to receivers who don't get separation. Lions better? Well, yeah, the Lions are not in the bottom 14. Dolphins definitely need a new... I agree, Stacey, they need a new coach. Miami's the most confusing team ever. Yes, really good weeks, really bad weeks for Miami this year. KC did way too much this year. It's like they gambled their season after that 0-2 start. True. Happy New Year, Stacey. All right, let's move to our middle tier. Spoiler alert. I spoiled. I went the wrong way. I forgot the middle was after that. Nobody saw that. All right, middle tier teams. Ruby says bear down. Middle tier teams, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers getting in the playoffs would be a crime against humanity, and they can win and still not even get in. If the Buccaneers win and the Falcons win against the Saints, the Panthers are still the division champs. They lose the 3-way. The Panthers win the 3-way tie. So the Buccaneers, Todd Bowles needs to be fired. Baker Mayfield has just not been good. He's also been hurt. It's just really bad all around. Everything is bad in Tampa. I can't explain it. They're a little bit healthier. Their defense is terrible. Todd Bowles is terrible. It's just a really frustrating situation. Bowles to the toilet bowl, 1,000%. All right, now everybody hit the like button for our guy, Tyler Shuck, and the New Orleans Saints here at 22. New Orleans probably the best team this season. Second best team maybe behind the Colts from an expectation standpoint. I think Saints were pretty unanimously picked to be the worst team in football this year. Everyone thought they were going to be terrible, and the Saints have been competitive most of the year. They had a little slump there with the last 2 Rattler games and the first 2 Shuck games, But since then, Tyler Shuck cemented himself, I think, as a guy that can be a franchise quarterback in this league. He is 26. That's so strange that a guy that old is going to be, a starting quarterback. He's a rookie, but he's been good. Their defense was fine. Chris Olave not getting hospital balls. He's had a really good season. He got like double-digit touchdowns this year? Might be at 9. He was at 9 or 12. I can't remember. And no running game to speak of whatsoever from New Orleans. They're finishing with a ton of momentum and can easily beat this team who is 21, the Atlanta Falcons, who nobody quite as good as the Atlanta Falcons when they're eliminated from playoff contention. Nobody is quite as good as the Falcons eliminated from playoff contention. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I don't know, man. It's just kind of crazy to think about here. The Atlanta Falcons, they beat the Rams. Kirk Cousins just lighting it up. I don't know what to do with the Falcons over there. Bennett, what's your take on the Lions? I'm thinking they need to try on a QB like Malik Willis. They cannot afford Malik Willis, guys. Malik Willis is going to get a $15 to $20 million contract to be a starting quarterback. He is not going to be a backup. So they cannot afford him, with Jared Goff being a $70 million hit. Ruby Jefferson got relieved. That's funny. Flame Packers to the Super Bowl. Saints mid-tier is a crime. Saints are mid-tier. They're mid. They're not terrible. Packers. What's up, Flame? Derrick Henry himself manhandled y'all's defense. Oh, we got a little shit talking going here. What's up with the same? What's up? Is that the same as your pregame drink? God, if this was my peak, if drinking a Lone Star as a pregame, it'd be crazy. I know you're joking, Ruby. Don't troll like that, though. Falcons, once they get eliminated, become the Infinity War Thanos. Yeah, pretty close to that, at least. Saints, best team in the NFC South as the past few games, up against that defense in Super Bowl. I mean, Falcons Saints might be cinema this weekend, guys. Malik Willis to the Cardinals, maybe. That's a potential one. What are my thoughts on the NHL? If the Avalanche don't win the Stanley Cup, I'm going to cry. Football in 2025, yes. Malik Willis to the Raiders. Ken, we got a Duval. Crazy how the Falcons beat the Rams on Monday night. Yup. Last game of the season. And one Drake made the MVP. If Green doesn't show up tonight, he's not getting his jersey. I tell him that right now. Go blow pack blow. That's crazy, Flame. Why are you saying that? All right, Colts at 20. We know the deal. No Daniel Jones. Defense was very hit or miss. Once Jonathan Taylor gets shut down. I mean, I thought they were in that game against Jacksonville, but they were never the better team for any of those 3 hours. That was clearly a Jags win all the way. Dallas at 19. Defense is terrible. Offense is good, but they have moments. They have their moments where the offense just gets shut down. I don't know what you're going to do with Dak. Is Dak on the trade board? They don't have so the Cowboys don't have their first pick, but they have the Packers' first pick. We'll see. We'll see what Dallas does with that. Do I trust it? No. Not at all, honestly. Cincinnati at 18, kind of the same. Joe Burrow's back. Offense is good. Defense is horrible. Defense plays good against some bad teams, but they've been pretty much horrible all year. But we see it once again. Joe Burrow with T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, and a team that's not a good defense. He will carve up for 40 every night, every day, whatever. Burrow and the boys will score 40. But the offensive line against a good defense, they get killed. They get blown out. We saw them get dominated by the Ravens a couple weeks ago. Gabe, Broncos. The Broncos will be coming later. Thank you, Tampa, for your best coach since Bruce Boy. Liam Cohen is the shit. We got a Liam Cohen truther here. They gave up. Think about giving up losing Dave Canales and Liam Cohen in back-to-back years. And, Liam Cohen, great year this year. And Dave Canales has done a really good job in Carolina with Bryce Young. Cowboys need a new coach. I'm okay with Schottenheimer. They need a new defensive coordinator. Dallas taking QB from Bama with that pick from the Pack. I don't think Ty Simpson is coming out this year. I think Ty Simpson should go back. Jets, another new coach team. Alas released Dallas. Alas, I like Alice. I like Alas. Dallas released Diggs, so it's over. It is definitely over. We got another bear down. You got a beer and I got a watermelon water. Well, Daily, it's a Tuesday night. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. Nice to see Bryce Harper trying other sports. Bryce Harper probably a good wide receiver. I don't know. He's kind of fragile. Lions new coach, maybe. Packers signed Diggs. I don't know. Is Diggs eligible for the playoffs? I couldn't find any of that when looking for today. I don't know if he's eligible. They don't have Alice because they don't have a D. Not the Cowgirls. Anybody know if Diggs is eligible? It kind of sounded like he was eligible, but I don't know how he would be eligible getting cut this late in the season. I thought he had to play at least a few games. Anyway, hit the like button. If you're new here, drop a sub. We got daily sports content for you guys. We got live streams. We got long form videos, and we got shorts. We'll be live streaming a ton of the playoff games. We got all the NFL action, plus NBA, NHL, MLB. When the NFL season is over, we are not just a football stream. So hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're new here. And you'll get a shout out. If you want a shout out, drop it in the chat if you're new here and a sub. Go Jags all the way to the Super Bowl. Can't wait to see those who Raiders blow their pick on. Is Jamarcus Russell still available? Eddie, I like your belief in the Jags. The Jags are going to have a brutal first round matchup, it looks like, though. Diggs will save his career if he goes to the Bills again. Another Diggs in Buffalo. Trayvon's so bad. He was never good in Dallas. He just got picks. Colts fan, what's good? Hold on. Please give me mod soon. Maybe. Jags ain't winning their wildcard game. Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup. Probably playing the Bills in the first round. That's a brutal matchup for both teams. Diggs probably worth a cheap contract even if he doesn't play this year. I agree. Ken, I'm for sure coming back. Appreciate it, Ken. What are those teams listed for? This is the power rankings, yo boy. Power rankings right now. What are your thoughts on the Sabres 9-game winning streak? I couldn't have told you that the Sabres have won 9 games in a row. Everybody is trash. Everybody's points are trash besides the Avalanche and the Stars. And Minnesota's okay, too. Vikings? Yes, unfortunately. Schnaber's trying to be Stefan, bro. Schnaber's. No one mod begging. You get mod when I give mod. Sup, Gabe? Thoughts on the Vikings cheerleaders? They're why we're terrible this year. At least they weren't committing pirate fraud like the Pirates. Cowboys should be lower than the Bengals. They are lower than the Bengals. They are. They're 19. Dallas is 19. Shavers, not neighbors. Oh, okay. Please don't give me mod that. Oh, yeah. You know what, Ghost Hunter? You do get mod, actually. I've actually known you. And you're here now. You're here now more than ever. Ghost Hunter gets mod. He didn't even ask. What happened to the Lions? They're trash. Tom Brady to coach the Raiders would be interesting. Tom Brady's got a cushy job over here. All right. No more mods tonight. Just Ghost Hunter. So the Lions at 17. Yeah, Detroit's just bad. Like, they're injured on defense. Jared Goff is a one-trick pony. If you can get pressure on Goff, he's horrible. He's flat out bad. Turns the ball over, can't throw the ball under duress. His receivers only one run. Amon-Ra's got a one route on his thing. Everybody knows all their routes now. They can't run the football with Gibbs. This is a bad football team. This is just a bad football team. Carolina at 16. The Panthers aren't very good. Bryce Young is not it. I think it's sad. I think Bryce Young is just not it. We're in year 3. It's not it. He's too small. He's got the clutch gene. He's good in late games. He's just not a good enough NFL quarterback. Oh, we played a harder schedule than anyone in the top 5. Not worried about anyone coming here. Parody is a bitch. We're just better than the Bills, straight up, more battle tested. The Bills have a better quarterback, though. That is the thing. No offense to Trevor. Josh Allen is better. The Texans would petrify me, Ken. The Texans would petrify me. That's the team you don't want to see really bad. I like Jacksonville over everybody else in the AFC. I don't like them over the Bills or the Texans. Texans most of all. I don't ever want to play a division opponent in the playoffs. And saying the Lions went from first in the NFC to possibly last in the NFC North. Yes. Get off. Everyone talks all this shit about the Vikings. The Vikings drop off. The fall off. Like, all this shit. The Lions are in 4th place. With all their offense has been healthy. They've had their entire offense this year. Called the game last night. Well, good job, Zay. Cost me fantasy, and it cost Stafford the MVP. Also, can we talk about the Puka Nacua catch? Like, that's a catch, right? It's not a catch by the letter of the law, like, currently. but it's a catch. Like, that needs to be a catch in the NFL. Joe Burrow trade to the Eagles. Yeah, right. Eagles fans still think Jalen Hurts is top 5. Well, spell it correctly. Spell Shavers, not Chambers, like neighbors. Dakota Rain Prescott forever. It's actually Rain Dakota Prescott. How do you feel about the Cowboys are not getting Brian Flores? Brian Flores is not leaving the Vikings unless it's to be a head coach. Lion Team 6, they should. Joe Burrow's not going to the... Where are the Pack? Where are the Pack? Packers are getting Diggs. Maybe. Carolina be clearing this year. Bryce Young is like Kyler, but he's actually likable. Everyone likes Kyler. Bryce Young is shorter than everybody. But everyone likes Bryce Young. Everyone hates Kyler. Everyone likes Bryce Young. Everyone hates Kyler. Everyone likes Bryce Young. Best rookie this season. Tyler Shuck? Tyler Shuck, right? Maybe Tet McMillan offensively? I think Tet McMillan's rookie of the year favorite. I think Tyler Shuck's been the best. I don't know. Tyler Shuck's been awesome. Not at all. I would be. Texans are scary. You did blow a double-digit lead to them against Davis Mills. Pat's best team right now. Patriots have 1 win against a team with a winning record. There's plenty of questions. What do I think about Caleb? I think he's been fabulous. I think Caleb's been fabulous. Flame won his fantasy championship. Sick. Kurt agrees that was a catch. I think we're all on a catch. It's not a catch, but it's a catch. Texans are dangerous and the Eagles don't scare me, but I could see them make it. That's fair, Eddie. I'm 12 and I don't gamble at 12. Don't do that. They did bro dirty. Packers are getting Diggs. It doesn't really do much. I don't even know if he can play in the playoffs, Louis. Dak is better than Hurts and no debate. I agree with that. Dak is better than Hurts. They did me dirty as a Rams fan. Sorry, Curtis. Bring it, baby. We split with Houston, smoked Denver by the start of the 4th. All in. We are happy to be winning. I would have been happy with 8 wins. Been brutal down here. Yeah, it's a great season. I had them at 10 wins. I had them 10 wins and just missing the playoffs. So winning the division would be awesome. You do want to win that first playoff game, though. Luther will be better than Rome. Ooh, I don't know about that. Maybe. Goated, what's up? After seeing the second movement, Pete, at first I thought Puka catch was one, but I saw he didn't have control going to... I agree. By the current letter of the law, it's not a catch, but it should be a catch. It should be a catch. He catches the ball. He has it still in. He never loses it in the frame of his body, and it never touches the ground. That should be a catch. Like, I know it's not a catch, but it should be a catch. We should change the rules. It should be a catch. That was a catch for like 100 years of football until recently. Like Diggs for the Packers, he's cheap and potentially could thrive once he get used to Halfley's system. He also just guesses. You're going to see barbecue toast, but what else is new? You see barbecue toast anyway, and he doesn't tackle. Death scares, that's my thoughts on Caleb. Perfect timing. And it doesn't cost much, yeah. Don't gamble. Who do I got winning the NFC South? I'm going to take the Panthers. All right, let's move. Let's get to where we get spicy. Team number 15. I have the Green Bay Packers at 15. I'll delete FanDuel. You're legally not allowed to bet on FanDuel at 12. Who do I got win the Super Bowl next year? Non-biased? I have no idea. Yeah, Halfley's probably going to get... I don't know. Halfley might not get hired now after this thing. What are your thoughts? There is no Josh Allen trade. Stacey, you do love football. Let's go. Got to go to bed. Have a good night, Daily. Rams are the 49ers right now, but they could both make it. Packers not scary either. Well, you shouldn't worry about the NFC. Worry about the AFC. Green Bay 15, not good. What does Green Bay do good? They don't do anything good. They don't run the ball anymore. They don't have a quarterback. Is Jordan Love going to play this weekend? No, because it doesn't matter. If it did matter, he would probably play. Their receivers are okay. Christian Watson's been the best. I think Christian Watson's actually had a really nice season. Everybody else is super mediocre. Their defense is horrendous. This defense can't stop the run. They can't cover anybody. They can't get after quarterbacks anymore. They were pretty much all in on Micah Parsons, who wasn't great against the run to begin with, but he was an elite pass rusher and a game record. Consider cheese hats. I don't know. The cheese graters hats are selling more now. Jordan Love has playoff experience, I guess. Yeah, Tucker Kraft had a good season. He did, but he tore his ACL. This team is hurt. They don't have anyone. Who are my top 3 AFC teams? Moo, you're about to find out. We are going through my power rankings right now. Who do I got winning the AFC? I feel like the Jags take it. It's all going to depend on the seeding. The Packers sick. It was a catch before going to the ground. The angle saw he didn't have possession at all in his hands. Then before going to the ground, he did, but he was out of bounds already. I'm counting it. Feet were in. Stuck it in the frame of his body. Never goes out of the frame of his body. That's what the rule needs to be. Packers defense is cooked without Micah Parsons. They allowed Tyler Huntley-led Ravens to score 41. Exactly. They got murdered on the ground. My opinion, Green Bay is, don't hate on me, but I think Green Bay is mid. Well, I have them at mid. I have them at 15. This team doesn't do anything good. I was so disappointed when I saw the ball leave his hand. Yeah, sickening. Jags 49ers Super Bowl this year. Ooh, that's a fun. That'd be a weird one in Frisco. So Green Bay's 15. Here comes my hottest take. You guys are going to freak. Yeah, the Vikings are just better than the Packers right now. The Vikings have one of the 3 best defenses in football. Offensively, if it's J.J. McCarthy, this team is actually pretty good. If it's Max Brosmer, obviously 0 offense whatsoever. But defensively, this is a Super Bowl caliber defense that's been wasted. If the clock operator in Dallas just ticked that second off, which they should have, there would have been there wouldn't have been a tie, and so Green Bay and Minnesota would be a playoff game. This would be for the playoffs this week in Minnesota, which is what it should have been. I think J.J. McCarthy's going to play this weekend too with the broken hand. They want him to play. This just has the Vikings just have a better unit. They just have a better unit than Green Bay has right now. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Chat skip. This is the Derrick Henry-led Ravens. Fair. Steelers and Colts, where are they in the tier list? The guy already did the Colts. Their Colts are, like, terrible. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Here. We can flip over. Here's the top 16 right here. I can flip back and forth. I forgot I can flip. Here's the 32 through 16, if everybody wants a quick look. 32 through 16 on the power rankings. And then 15. Green Bay Cheese, 15. 9 at 14. Pittsburgh at 13. Big shocker. Green Bay Packers sick. Let's go. Talk about the no-call PI. Yeah, that's horrible, Zay. That should have been a PI on, was it Tutu Atwell? Yeah. Easy PI. Referees are trash. Hose. They aren't going to call it. Unless you rip a guy down, they ain't going to call it at the end of a game. It's bullshit. Best team ever. I don't know about that. Our offense is trash. Vikings defense is scary, but when you can't get the ball to the man on offense, forget it. They're kind of like a less good version of the Texans right now. Again, offensively, they've been good if J.J. McCarthy plays. They're asking him to play with a broken hand. Chargers called. They're suing for copyright infringement. It's not even really a broken hand. It's like a it's like a little dinky break. He couldn't grip the football. That was the biggest thing. Yeah, he couldn't grab the boobies over there. That was his biggest thing. Bills-Rams Super Bowl 24-21. Bills ended by a 47-yard kick by Matt Prater straight down the middle. Not wide right, not Scott Norwood. Jets are too high. I can't put them any lower. Put them below the practice squads. I don't know. I don't know whose practice squad would beat them. Where's the Steelers? They're here. Win and get in. Yes. And everyone, you shouldn't be happy it's a win and get in. Embarrassing performance this week, but what's up, man? Elite Division Sports in the house, boys. Pretty embarrassing showing against the Browns. LeBron, what's up? Uh-oh, Steelers. Stacy's on the Steelers need a new coach. Oh, hell no. You just broke my 5 layers of skin to my core. Why are they freaking... the Steelers and the Colts. Fish Steelers fan, what's up? Snoop owns the Bears and Packers, to be honest. Who do you want? Do you want an injured Lamar or healthy Snoop to play, Zay? Who do you want? Last play should have easily been DPI, but still, Browns defense is pretty scary. I think offensively, without DK Metcalf, they were horrible. Yeah, Steelers are trash. Thanks, DK. I agree. He cost me my fantasy championship, too. Unbelievable. They looked bad. They didn't run the ball. Cleveland's run defense has been vulnerable the last few weeks, and they didn't run the ball at all. So Pittsburgh at 13. Do I think they'll win on Saturday or Sunday night? I think they have a good shot. Like, what's the rule with the Steelers? When you doubt the Steelers, they win. When you trust the Steelers, they lose. Steelers sign Malik Willis. That could be a signing. Kyler Murray, Malik Willis. Are the Bucs still in? Technically, yes. They have to win, and they need the Saints to win to make the playoffs. Gonna make me into a football. Don't put my two favorite teams to melt my core and get me so upset. Not at 13. Their top 5 Colts are like 10. The Colts are terrible. Snoop because Derrick Henry could run all over the Steelers. Fair. And I think Huntley's been good. He was good against Green Bay, and I thought he was good in the end of that Patriots game. They just took the ball out of Henry's hands because Harbaugh's an idiot. The Vikings are the Vikings are playing pretty good right now. The Vikings are 8-9, guys. The Vikings are 8-8. I don't think anybody knows the Vikings are actually 8-8. Won my fantasy ship, King and Bijan, baby. Well, after the JT just imploded on you. This is the one thing I'm rooting for the Saints, true. Jose, what's up? I trust the Steelers about as much as I trust Darnell Washington's arm health. Yeah, he's done. Hit shattered. Time, not thing. Cowboys can go 8-8, 8-8-1. They could be a true 500 team, the Dallas Cowboys. 8-8-1. What is the Steelers' nickname for number 13? I don't know. 12, Baltimore. I like Baltimore a little bit more than Pittsburgh right now. Derrick Henry is running the football like a menace to society, and the Ravens' defense has its moments. They've struggled a little bit. Like, Kyle Hamilton is a great player. He does slip up a little bit. I think I just trust Baltimore a little bit more. I think if Lamar plays, I like Pittsburgh. Overall, Pittsburgh didn't win the first game, but we got a shitty Lamar performance in that game. I think a Snoop Huntley and a Derrick Henry combo could be good for this Baltimore Ravens team. It's going to be an ugly game. I expect this to look weird. No DK is a big, big miss for the Steelers offense. They struggle bad without, who are their receivers? They don't have any receivers. We're talking Scotty Miller and Calvin Austin and Adam Thielen. God bless. I love Adam Thielen, but come on, guys. Let's see. Colts are top 10 when they are healthy. They are not healthy, though, so they are not top 10. Back in the cut. What if the Seahawks sign Malik Willis? They are not signing Malik Willis. They already have Malik Willis at home. They have Jalen Milroe. The Bills, they haven't won a big game since they had Jack Kemp, Cookie Gilchrist, and Albert Dubin on. I mean, they beat the Ravens last year in the playoffs. It was a pretty big game. And I'm a Colts fan. Well, obviously. But I don't know why you're speaking so good about the Vikings, but the Colts are way better than them. The Colts are not in the same stratosphere as the Minnesota Vikings. Phillip Rivers would literally die playing the Vikings. What? Baltimore versus Pittsburgh is the unstoppable force and the movable object. Colts fan, and I got the Colts at like 23. Yeah. I think I have the Colts at like 8. Where did I have the Colts? I had the Colts at like 18 or 20. It was announced Tomlin will be fired if they lose. Is it even a real firing? It's like a contract. They can get out of the contract thing. That's crazy. That was already announced. Pecs had all their dudes back and still lost to Carolina. Carolina wins the division, but that's it. That's fair. Nice Jefferson jersey. Appreciate that, Cooper. NFL. Oh, we're skipping. Oh, there we go. Sorry, you guys went way up. NFL team, new coach. Oh, wait until you see Richardson back. We're going to show you why we're top 10 and why the Vikings are top 30. Anthony Richardson is trash. What did you do to celebrate LeBron's birthday? I watched the entire Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. Ian reported on Pat's show. Wow. Fun. I missed that one today. I also wanted to ask, did you see the mob-looking dude in the suit on the Falcon sideline? I did not. Was it Arthur Blank? It was probably Arthur Blank. It was probably Arthur Blank. That man owns Home Depot. Hit the like button, guys, if you haven't already. 11, LA Chargers. Chargers super hurt. Still super good. They played a one-score game with the Houston Texans. I think the Texans are a very good football team. Justin Herbert's been incredible this year. He's had zero protection, zero help whatsoever. Their defense has been pretty good down the stretch, and they just had a really bad first quarter. They got barbecued a couple of times, and that was the difference in the game. They shut them down in the second half. Now, the Texans' offense isn't a bunch of juggernauts. But overall, I like this Chargers team. They're going to be one and done. They're going to New England. Herbert's sitting this weekend, so they're going to go one and done. I don't think they're beating the Patriots. If they beat the Patriots, I'd be very impressed. Like, that's an all-time Harbaugh win. Again, a super injured season. People are going to be like, oh, Herbert gets excuses. It is what it is, though. Justin Herbert's been really good this year. Year 3 under Harbaugh, baby. Richardson soars our most athletic quarterback. We had Daniel, except Richardson is the most inaccurate quarterback in football, where Daniel Jones is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in football. Riley will be our starter over AR, just wait and see. And Riley Leonard's pretty bad. I've never seen him, so it could have been. Was it an old guy with slick back, greasy hair? Look him up. Do you do weddings, sir? Muhammad, yes. I am technically ordained. I have done a wedding. I can do weddings. Phillip Rivers may be a good coach for someone. Big props to him coming off the recliner and not sucking. Yes. Where do you think Trayvon Diggs will go? I don't know. I really don't care. I don't even know if he can play. Is this guy trying to... Yes, he is trying to convince us that Anthony Richardson is a good quarterback. Drink some champagne on New Year's Eve, or is that a martini? I mean, he has potential. Yeah, and so does my shit. My shit has a potential to walk up out of the toilet. Broncos 45, Chargers 17. Well, the Chargers are sitting everybody, so maybe. And the Broncos need to win for the 1 seed. God bless the NFL. I wish I was in charge of the NFL and I can make it better. Bro, listen, you can switch the tiers for the Colts for the Vikings because I think those are inaccurate. No. Richardson can throw deep but can't throw a slant to save his life. And he really even can't even throw it deep accurately. He can just throw it super far, and sometimes it gets there. Number 10. NFL sucks. That's crazy, Brent. You see Bryce James riding the bench for Arizona, hasn't played once. He hasn't played once yet? I think he was going to redshirt. I mean, that makes sense. Arizona's really good. Isn't Arizona like in the top 5? Bryce James is a freshman. He ain't like that kind of freshman. So, that makes sense. I thought he was going to redshirt. Probably transfer. Who wins the Super Bowl? The last team with the most points in the final game, Joshua. I don't know who that's going to be right now. This is probably the least confidence I've been in a Super Bowl in a long time. Nobody believes in anybody's playoffs. I saw a tweet today that was money. It was like, the Rams are ice cold. The 49ers are super hurt. The Bills are inconsistent as shit. Nobody trusts the Seahawks. Nobody trusts the Broncos. Nobody trusts the Patriots. Nobody trusts the Jaguars. Nobody trusts the Texans. Nobody trusts the Bears. Nobody trusts the Eagles. Nobody trusts the Eagles' consistency. It's like nobody cares. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Which is fine. It's a true toss-up. It'll be fun. Guys, we're going to have a lot of fun. If your team isn't playing, going to be a lot of fun in the playoffs. Going to be a lot of fun watching. I got the Bears at 10. I thought that was a great game by the Bears. The biggest concern is their defense, like I've been trying to tell everybody, is not good. People think their defense is good. They turn you over a lot. They've now given up 43 points or 42 points in 3 games this season. They've given up the most 42-plus point games in the NFL this season. Their defense is bad. You can score. You can move the football on this defense. If you don't turn it over, I mean, the Niners threw a pick 6 on the first play of the game. Didn't even bat an eye. Caleb played well, but Caleb is still super inconsistent on throws. Young receivers, young playmakers, they're going to drop the football. We saw it kill them, the Bears, a little bit. They do have an identity. They got to get back to that run game identity a little bit more. Playing at home in Chicago is going to be nice. Going to be bad weather. Going to be cold. Going to get Green Bay in round 1. Don't love that, though. The Packers are super hurt, so maybe you feel good about that, but you don't love. I don't want to play division teams in the first round of the playoffs. I don't really ever want to play division teams in the playoffs, especially when you're the better team, and the Bears are a better team than the Packers, especially right now. After the Bronny fiasco, Bryce should absolutely redshirt. Yeah, I agree. We need to ship Anthony Richardson to go play in Canada. He can play for the Jets. Here's 5 teams I'm thinking we're going to make to the Super Bowl, and here's 5 teams that are not making it to this freaking Super Bowl. After the Niners game, Niners are winning the Super Bowl. I don't know, CDL. Their defense is atrocious. I think Seattle's going to have a nice game against them. Sam Darnold plays bad against good defenses. The Niners do not have a good defense. They don't rush the passer either, where Sam Darnold can't see ghosts. And they play on Saturday night. It would have been just torture to put Sam Darnold on that Sunday night game again for the 1 seed. Anthony Richardson to the Guangdong Tigers. Oh, I'm sure I butchered that pronunciation. Bears lost because they kicked a field goal exactly once instead of scoring a touchdown. Did the Bears even kick a field goal? The Niners kicked the field goal. Oh, no, the Bears did kick the field goal. That's right. But the Niners punted. To be fair, the Niners punted on that drive. So it kind of equals out. Eagles fans are delusional, saying Hurts was third best quarterback. He brought up his stats at 25 TDs and 3,000 yards and 8 picks. I told him he wasn't a top 10. Yeah, he's not even close. 5 teams I think they're going to make it to the playoff. I mean, they are already in. Houston, Chargers, Chicago, Jags, Patriots. Yes, they're all already in. NFL team sickness, crazy. The Rams are already in the playoffs. The NFL is a disgrace to the United States and for veterans. Okay, Brent, way to be that guy. Stacy's throwing up. Bears need a Bears team new coach. Come on. I love the Seahawks. We were winning the Super Bowl. D1, you have Sam Darnold as your quarterback. You are not winning the Super Bowl. You can't have watched the Seahawks the last 2 weeks and tell me you trust that team, trust that offense at all. They've been terrible offensively, and Sam Darnold included. Hurts is a guy who usually won't lose you games, and then there's obviously nothing wrong with that since they won a Super Bowl with him. Yeah, but he ain't gonna win you games either, especially against good teams. I mean, we watched that. He completed 0 passes against the Bills. 0 passes in the second half against the Bills. I love punts. Punters are people too. Sam Darnold is Geno 2.0. Sam Darnold is just Sam Darnold 1.0. Seeing ghost. Do I have a Sam Darnold ghost? I should have had a Sam Darnold ghost emoji. Yeah, the Eagles D won that game. Hurts had a decent Super Bowl. He did throw an interception in that game. That first Super Bowl against the Chiefs, he balled out. His D just couldn't come through. He did give up the fumble for a touchdown, though. That was Hurts. There was no reason to fumble that football. He just dropped the football. Kind of the difference in the game. Broncos at 9. Nobody trusts the Broncos. Their defense hasn't been good for a while. That Chiefs game was very concerning. I was very concerned with the defense for that game. Like, the defense is not great. The offense isn't good. The Chiefs game was like red flags everywhere for Denver. They're going to have a bye. They're going to be a 1 seed. I don't like anything about this team. They play a million close games like the Bears, and you just can't win the playoffs doing that. It will bite you in the ass. It will come home to roost. Broncos at 9. 49ers at 8. The 49ers would be an easy Super Bowl contender if their defense was healthy. Now, the 49ers can really, unfortunately, it's going to be Drake May as the MVP, LeBron. The 49ers can really help themselves out. They win on Saturday against the Seahawks. They get the 1 seed. They never have to leave San Francisco to win a Super Bowl. They would have 2 home games and then the Super Bowl in San Francisco in their own stadium. That can really set you up. And if you win the first game, you get Fred Warner back. Fred Warner will be back for the NFC Championship game. So the Niners can do themselves a massive favor right now. If they can get this 1 seed, win the division, get the first win, you get Fred Warner back, that really helps the defense. I know it's just one guy. Fred Warner is the maestro of that defense. He calls everything. He gets everybody lined up. And their offense is great. They're playing like the greatest show on turf. Brock Purdy's been awesome since he's come back from the injury. Injuries don't matter. CMC got to stay healthy. He looked like he was going to die with his back injury out there. We got Jawan Jennings running around looking like Greg Jennings out there. George Kittle wasn't even playing. When he plays, it's just a huge plus to them. I mean, it's kind of crazy what the Niners are doing. Kyle Shanahan's my coach of the year with how this team's been. Their schedule has been kind of soft, but it's not super soft. They've done a hell of a job over in San Francisco. So Niners can set it up really nicely, but I think this is a team that's probably a little too hurt. Probably end up losing that game to Seattle. I think not being able to get pressure on Sam Ghost Boy Darnold, and the Seahawks defense going to be able to get stops against Frisco is going to be the difference in this game. Sam Darnold against a good defense, he's trash. They will lose. So we'll see. Broncos have a better record than your team, though. That's cool. Don't trust them. Not good. You mean Drake? Drake May? I do mean Drake May. Drake May. Drake May. Drake, unless Drake plays bad. I don't even know if Drake's going to play. That game's kind of meaningless. Maybe play the first half. Broncos playing like 2024 Chiefs. Almost all of their games were one-score games. True, and they don't have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Niners D will haunt them in close playoff games unless they get the ball last. I agree, though. In a tight game against the 49ers or against the Seahawks, their defense won't be able to get a stop against Sam Darnold, and I think the Seahawks team might be able to get a stop against their offense. I'm surprised you don't have the guy's name of your favorite player tattooed on your neck. Yeah, sure, Brent. Is Lamar hurt? Maybe. We don't know. Slightly hurt. I don't think Seattle's making it to the Super Bowl. Well, if they get the 1 seed, they have a good shot. Cold and country, get drunk. What a team. Yes, Lamar's hurt. Hi, Dakota. Whoa. That Eagles team. Oh, the Eagles are good. You said what a great team. Yeah, you heard my spiel, Dakota. They got to win on Saturday night. If they win on Saturday night, I like the Niners. The Niners can win the Super Bowl if they win on Saturday night. If they lose on Saturday night, they're not winning the Super Bowl. Bulldog, what's up? Patriots need that game or fall to the 3 seed if they lose and Jags win. Okay, fair. Yeah, because you don't want to play the Bills in the first round. The 3 seed's got to play the Bills, and you don't want to play the Bills. Eagles. Their defense is back. I think that's the best thing we can say about the Eagles. Their defense is back. Defense has looked good for a while now. Jalen Carter looked great against the Bills. Now, they should have lost that Buffalo game. They blocked an extra point because Michael Badgley blows. Michael Badgley is terrible. They should have been kicking an extra point for the win. They go for the 2 in the win. I like going for the 2 in the win. I don't get it. The tie does nothing. So, defense good in Philly. Eagles offense is a train wreck. Jalen Hurts is bad. Don't ever tell me Jalen Hurts is good. Jalen Hurts looks like a 6-year-old when he rolls out of the pocket. He doesn't even look to complete a pass. He just looks to throw it away and or potentially scramble. He has A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Throw the ball. You have Dallas Goedert. Look to complete a pass on a scramble drill. Nope. They can't run the ball consistently. The offensive line isn't quite as good as it's been over there. Like, I don't know. It's terrible. If the Ravens somehow... Oh, that skipped. Hold on. If the Ravens somehow find a way to get in, do you think they have a solid chance? Solid, no, but a chance, yes. Brutal first game, though, against the Texans. The winner of the AFC North got to play the Texans in the first round. That's a brutal matchup. Predict the Seahawks lose first game if they get a bye. Maybe. It depends who they play. A good defense is going to get Sam Darnold. We just know that. The Chargers are going to lose, though, Zay. The Chargers swap down to 7 if they lose. The Chargers are going to lose. They're sitting Herbert. Who do the Eagles play? Great question, Stacy. The Eagles will play, it looks like, not 100%, it looks like they're going to play the Rams. Looks like Philly's playing the Rams. Chicago wins, they're the 2 seed, and they get the Packers. If the Chicago loses and the Eagles win, then the Eagles play the Packers. But after the Rams lost to Atlanta, they're the 6th seed now. The loser of the 49ers Seahawks game is going to be the 5 seed. They're going to play the NFC South winner. So there's actually a decent consolation prize for the loser. Unlike last year, for the loser of the Vikings-Lions game who got absolutely fucked playing the Rams in the first round, the loser of the 49ers Seahawks do get the NFC South winner. So there is some consolation prize there. Whiny ass beta voice. Kurt, you can't even swear? Be a man. Don't be a pussy. Uh-oh. What up, Taj? But the tush push, he's very, very good. If you're good with one play that's going to get banned, you're not good. But he likes grabbing tushes. The AFC side of these playoffs really don't look that tough, though. I don't think either side looks very tough. Philadelphia fans crying. I agree. Are you a Vikings fan? I am, Max. Maybe the Bills, but even they don't look rough. Yeah, and I have the Bills 6, and it's strictly because Josh Allen. Josh Allen is hurt. I think he rests a little bit this game. I don't know if they kind of need it, but they can literally start Mitch Trubisky and they'll beat the Jets. Like, the Jets are just that bad. Over there. I think the Bills in the playoffs are a dangerous team. They have the experience. It's inconsistent, but I think they're going to turn it on. They are going to bring it. Now, they have never won a road playoff game, thanks to our statistician over here, Zay. The McDermott-led Bills have never won a road playoff game, and if they got to go to Jacksonville, that's a really tough spot. I'd be pretty comfortable going to New England. Now, they were down 21 against them, but I'd still be pretty comfortable against New England in Drake May's first playoff game. In that one, I think Buffalo's a good team. It's probably the worst Bills team we've seen in a while, so that does suck because the playoffs are wide open when it comes to the AFC side, especially from the quarterbacks. No, he's a Bears fan. Never. I'm not fabulous. I don't paint my nails. Philly better hope they're not playing the Rams. That is also fair, but the Rams are kind of ice cold right now. It'll be a blizzard for the Eagles. Are you a Vikings fan? I am. I just like wearing a Vikings hat. You need a drink? If the Ravens win and the Texans wins, I feel more confident in that game. Really? You feel more confident playing the Texans? I don't know, man. The Texans are a team I don't want to see. They have as much experience as the Ravens do. You'd much rather get the Jags in that game. Like Jacksonville loses to Tennessee and Houston wins or something weird happens. Wouldn't you just rather lose? Who you got, Panthers or Bucks? Panthers. They play good every other week. Who's scared of the Rams? I don't know. Who's scared of the Eagles? Jags game. Buffalo Williams are a dark horse for me if their D can lock in. Yeah, I like that, the Buffalo Williams. I like that. If their D can lock in. Yeah, that's the biggest question. And if Allen's ankle's healthy. Like, Allen's got to get his ankle better. It is hurt. If the 49ers get the 1 seed, do you see them representing the... I definitely think they can, Taj. I will put the 49ers in the Super Bowl bubble if they get the 1 seed. Because then they'd be home forever, and then they just have to win one game, and they probably get Fred Warner back. And Fred Warner is a huge ad. The Vikings are my favorite team. I just think we're playing garbage. The Vikings have won 4 in a row and are one of the best teams playing right now. About a bill of sleep. NFL is sleeping on the Bills. Gotta go. Have a good night, LeBron. What do you think of the Broncos defense? It's pretty bad, Eric. It's been one of the worst defenses in football the last month and a half of the season. It's really not been good at all, actually. EPA, terrible. They have a good player. They have not been good, and that's very concerning. Very concerning about the Broncos. Jake, hello. All right. Texans at 5. I really like the Texans. Their offense is inconsistent. CJ Stroud pisses me off. I don't know if CJ Stroud can read. He got like a 6 on his S2 cognition test. That's concerning. This Texans defense has looked a little vulnerable the last 2 weeks, but it is a grind. They could be getting tired, worn down a bit. This is a very, very good team. D'Amico Ryans isn't a great game manager, but they're a great schematic team. They game prep well. Don't trust them necessarily in a close game, in big decision-wise. This team has a lot of experience on the AFC side. 4 playoff games in the last 2 years, 2 playoff wins. This is the best defense in football, I think, when they're locked in. And they should be locked in. It's going to come down to the offense. The offense is a lot better with Woody Marks. They can run the football more consistently, and that's kind of big for them. Their weapons, Nico Collins is still great. I need to see some more overall, but I really like Houston. They're going to have a good draw. If it's Pittsburgh, I love the Texans. I do agree that the Ravens are a bit of a tougher matchup for Houston, but I think Houston's just kind of a sleeping dog right now that they could go on. This is a team that could go on a Super Bowl run if CJ Stroud gets hot, and he's a guy who has played better historically in the playoffs overall. Did you see the finalized 15 guys eligible to be in the Hall of Fame? I did, Zay. I'm not going to name all 15, but Kevin Williams is on there. Shout out my guy, Kevin Williams. Room for Seattle to win Saturday. As a Cowboys fan, I can't stand the 49ers. Totally fair. E.T. Oh, yeah. Skull. Let's go. What do you think the Steelers ending with Browns? I think the Steelers are just bad. That game shouldn't have been close. Was it pass interference? Probably. They don't call it. Don't play close with the Browns. Drink now, New Year. It's not even the New Year yet. Texans are a scary team. Vikings fan, yes, sir. HPD. Jaden Higgins and Schultz need to show up more to take pressure off of Collins and Stroud. I agree. Noel had the big touchdown on Saturday. Higgins, I like. Two of my guys are as well. Yes. Whatchamacallit? Drew Brees, right? Your guy? Big Drew Brees guy, right? I hate that Drew Brees is getting in. I really do hate that Drew Brees is getting in, guys. It's so stupid. Ugh, I hate that shit. Drew Brees is great. I fucking hate to say it. I forgot about that football team, the Vikings. Nice hat. Appreciate that. Bishop, let's go. Pablo. Dude, I told you the Bears-Niners was going to be game of the year. You did say it was going to be a great game. Holy lag, what? Terrell Suggs and Marshall Yanda. It's Drew Brees. What are you talking about? Suggs is going to get in. I don't know if Yonda's going to get in. Suggs will get in. Pablo, thanks for the jewels. Let's go. What do you think of Bo Nix? More like Blow Nix, am I right? He's just really inconsistent. I think he's a schematic guy, and I don't know if anybody else would really be loving Bo Nix besides Sean Payton. Starting the offense should be just fine if they can get 5 to 6 yards. Schultz on a regular basis. Yeah, take your free yards to the tight end. Schultz is a solid tight end. Oops, I forgot to change the color for the Rams thing. Whoops, Omen. Rams 4. Rams ice cold. I trust the Rams a shit ton in the playoffs. They did this shit last year. They kind of limped in. They took the rest. They had the Eagles. They were one. If Jalen Carter doesn't make an insane play, they beat the Super Bowl champions. I mean, what do we want to say about the Eagles? Or the Rams? They're great. But they are inconsistent now, and they have gotten beat up on defense a bit. And Stafford does have bad games in him now. Torrey Holt, I don't know if Torrey Holt needs to get in now. Torrey Big Game Holt, I don't know about that. I didn't love Isaac Bruce getting in. Niners are belt to ass Seattle because Sam Darnold is a system QB. The problem is the Niners just don't get any pass rush, Pablo. They get 0 pass rush. 0. So they're not going to be able to fluster Darnold like that. That's my biggest concern. The Vikings can fix Sean Mannion. They can. Can I get a shout out? Sure, Mike. They're turning into the Lambs at the worst time. True. But don't you kind of think they'll go back to being the Rams if they win? Darren Woodson should already be in the Hall of Fame. Maybe. I'll go through the Hall of Fame after I do picks. We still got to do picks tonight, guys. Jesus loves you. Also, what are your thoughts on possible Tyler Shuck Rookie of the Year? Yeah, I'm okay with that. I said Tyler Shuck been playing the best. Stranger. It's probably going to be Ted McMillan. Let me see. Let me look at the NFL Rookie of the Year odds. Let me look at the better. It is Ted McMillan, but Tyler Shuck is second. He just didn't play enough. But yeah, Tyler Shuck's been really good this year. Nice surprise. Like, I might get more sacks than the Niners from my couch. True. Glock Purdy going to find a way. Tyler Warren, Rookie of the Year. Tyler Warren, not even close to being Rookie of the Year. Jags at 3. Jags are a really well-rounded team. They have some experience. They have won a playoff game before with Trevor Lawrence. But it's the Jags. Their defense is playing really well. They played a lot better than... I'm just telling you what the odds are. Tyler Warren, not close. You just don't have numbers like that. Their defense is playing a lot better than they were in the beginning of the year. Their defense was very turnover heavy early in the year. They've turned into one of the best run defenses of football. They're starting to play as a unit, and they don't turn the football over. If Trevor doesn't turn the ball over, this team is very dangerous. I worry about Trevor turning the football over. The wide receiver core is kind of like perfect for this team. Like Parker Washington, BTJ, and Jacoby Myers, which is the best move at the trade deadline, has turned this team around. Like Jacoby Myers, that is such a big ad. Brenton Strange at tight end. They can run the football with ETN. The Jags are a legitimate AFC contender. The experience is a question, and Trevor turning the football over. another big question. So I do like the Jags a lot. We need Darnold to go to the Rams so we can call them the Sams. He would never go there. They own him. Who's winning the Super Bowl? The team who wins the last game of the season. Football is not crazy, and 26 is going to be crazy. Warren fell off once Indiana Jones got hurt. Unfortunately, he is. Marshall Yonda should get in next year since it's his third year of eligibility. 3 years, 4 years. Sam Rams has a nice ring to it, not gonna lie. Jags are able to get pressure without blitzing, and that's big positive come playoff time. It absolutely is. And they have a pretty good secondary. What two teams are going to the Super Bowl? I have no idea, Zigzag. Is this list top 10 or top 5? I did all 32, Pablo. We did all 32. I will run back all 32. What happened to the Colts, Bucks, Lions, and the Lions injuries? Cam Scatterboo the GOAT? I agree. Don't talk my boy Tyler Warren. He's so far the best Colts tight end in a while. Well, yeah. I'm not going to say that. I'm just rookie of the year. I love Tyler Warren. What about the Texans? Texans are good. I had the Texans at 5, Burger. Last guy to get into the Hall of Fame on the O-line, first-time eligibility, was Jonathan Ogden. That checks out. I'm telling you, Sam is going to lock in. You just a hater. Seahawks are the best team in the NFL. Sam is not going to lock in, D1. He's not. He's bad. We all seen it. I'm glad you have belief. The defense is good. Sam Darnold's not that guy. He has not played a single good game against a good defense this year. I love football, little girl. What? T-Law's hair will get in his face and the Jags will disappoint again. Nice. Vikings are kind of trash, not going to lie. The Vikings are 8-8 and have won 4 in a row. One of the best defenses of football. Bad season. Injuries killed us. College Georgia, go Dogs. I'm from Georgia. I do like the Dogs to win the Natty. Win the Natty this year. I got the Patriots at 2. I think the Patriots having the home field over the Jags is the big difference and not having to play the Bills in the first round. Now, if the Jags can get the 2 seed and the Patriots are the 3 seed, I would flip the Jags and the Patriots in a second. I kind of trust Drake May a little more than Trevor Lawrence. Call me crazy. The Patriots defense is the biggest concern. This is not a good defensive unit. They're not even good at stopping the run anymore. They're going to get Milton Williams back. I don't give a shit. Their secondary is terrible. You can throw on them. Will Campbell should be back. The protection's still not great. The protection's not great. They're going to have to rely on running the football, which they can't. Their receivers you don't trust. Stephon Diggs, who the hell knows what's going on with that? It's just, this is a year early for the Patriots. They're not a Super Bowl team at all. Like, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year, but they're a year early. They have an MVP quarterback. Drake May is awesome. You won the division. That's all you should be happy about. And it's good experience. It's good experience. You're going to get playoff experience. Win a playoff game, you're going to be feeling good over there in New England. And I think true Patriots fans will admit that. I think true Patriots fans know they're not quite a Super Bowl team. It is a wide open bad year, but it is what it is. Are the Vikings looking to get a new running back next year? Yeah, probably not. They're probably going to draft one. The Pats Empire's back, potentially. Yeah, that's right. All your players win. What? It's crazy Jonathan Ogden only gave up 39 sacks in 13 years. Yeah, and what's the Zach Martin? He had more All-Pros than holding penalties. I love crazy offensive line like that. You cannot say the injuries killed the Vikes. They did. We didn't have a backup quarterback. McCarthy got hurt week 2, and Carson Wentz was not ready or prepared. Threw everything off. The Vikings are missing the playoffs by half a game. We'd actually be playing for the playoffs if they ticked the second off in Dallas. I think you're upset that you have 9 as your quarterback when you could have Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has not played good this year, D1. Like, what? Have you watched him? Sam Darnold's been the same shitty Sam Darnold. He was better than he was on the Vikings last year, but he has not played good against a good defense. He was terrible against every good defense he's played this year. He has not played good against a good defense this year. It's fine. I added 3 other players. Bo Nix is not taking the Broncos to the promised land. I'm not going to argue that. What happened to Mac Jones? I was wondering. He's sitting in San Francisco, and he did a great job filling in for Brock Purdy this year. Pat stole the Chiefs' devil magic back? Maybe. Mike Vrabel. It's what the Bills get for not hiring Mike Vrabel. Ryan, like what? That's not even a coherent sentence. What are you, like 6? You get wedding, I'm not married. No. Go Bills. What's up, Dicka? Mikey D, what's up? Welcome back. Yeah, their D is just not good enough. Holy bald. I am bald. Drink tomorrow night. I will drink tomorrow night. Average Minnesota fan. Just a Vikings fan, Liam. Your division is better than other divisions. We get it. It is a good division, but not really. For real. You saw me on CNN? Nice. I saw you on the Epstein list, Nerf. That's crazy. Darnold did all right against the Texans. Did he? What was his stat line against the Texans? Oh, the Sixers won tonight. Good. What was Darnold's stat line against Houston? Yeah. 1 touchdown, 17 to 31, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 213. That's fine. That's fine. He didn't do horrible. It's not a great line. All right's the good word, Knob Goblin. Darnold would look like prime Peyton. Hold on, Tosh. Darnold would look like prime Peyton playing about the Eberflus defense. I don't get how Jerry Jones will fire players, but Eberflus Lamau. Vikings ever going to the Super Bowl? Eventually. Right about Darnold. I agree, Liam. The Titans screwed up getting rid of their coach. That is now at the Patriots. Yes, they should not have gotten rid of Vrabel. Bills sleeping is going to last Sunday. Bro, you lost to basically every team in your division. What? We beat the Lions twice and we split with the Bears. What? Are you retarded? And we should have beat the Bears twice. Huh? Were you the man versus food guy? No, that's Adam. Get to number 1, Pablo. No, I'm the sexier queso. Seahawks number 1. This is the best team. Their quarterback is going to sell them in the playoffs. They also can't run the football. They are too reliant on the home run plays for K9 and Zach Charbonnet. The Seahawks defense is just a ferocious unit. The biggest difference here is, are they going to play 2 home games? If they beat the Niners on Saturday, they get 2 home games. That's going to be a big deal for them. Darnold not having to leave Seattle is big, and you're going to be able to duck somebody. You're going to duck a team. You're only going to have to play like 1.5 good teams. I don't know who you'd even catch in your first game. And the rest is big for that defense. Seattle is definitely one and done if they lose the first, unless they're playing like the Bucs or no, I guess they're going to play the NFC South team. This is the best team. Their quarterback is going to cost them a Super Bowl. They cannot win the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold as their quarterback. He turns the ball over too much. He leads the league, and I believe Sam Darnold leads the league in turnovers now. I have to double check that. He's towards the top in league in the NFL turnovers. I can't say it. Whatever. NFL turnover leaders. No, I don't want turnover differential. Whatever. He's got a shit ton of turnovers. That's a problem. That's a real problem. The Browns need to get off a Deshaun Watson deal this offseason. Cap hit of $94 million. Yeah. Not good, not great, but it's one at least. It is true. Do I miss Kirk? No. The Bills did look like shit. Kind of. Egg. Oh my fucking God. Pablo's triggered. But the NFL is going to have to go with the Ravens. I wish they didn't get knocked out. The Ravens are going to, the Ravens could win. 49ers are GOAT. Their defense is just so bad. Is Jefferson returning to a superior form next season? Yeah, I think Jefferson will have a bounce back year. I think the team's going to be a lot better next year. Who do you think is going to win the college football championship? Georgia. I'm picking Georgia. They're getting swept by the Niners. They could. That Seattle D is goated. Their offense has 0 run game. Yes. 0 run game. 0 run game and Sam Darnold is not a good combination. 49ers win, bro? They absolutely can. Darnold throws 3 picks. There's no pass rush, so I don't think so. which you need with Darnold. You do need a run game with Darnold. I don't know, man. Sam Darnold, he's going to have no duress against the 49ers. That is a major red flag. Major red flag. Calm down, Pablo. Chiefs are out of the playoffs, so I'm rooting for the 49ers. Bang, bang, Niner gain. Hawks do lead the league in turnovers. Darnold's TD to interception ratio has not been great. I agree. Sam Darnold has not been as good as he was early in the season. Darnold was on a tear. He's been really bad the last month. Everyone looks at the Vikings game, like, because they blew out the Vikings because Max Brosmer is horrible at quarterback. He was really bad against the Vikings. He had 3 points against the Vikings defense in the first half when he actually had to try. He had 2 fumbles, 4 sacks, and 4 pass deflections in the first half against the Vikings when he was actually trying. Yeah, their D would get the Hawks bigs league, and then Sam would just give the other team the ball like 3 or 4 times. Yes, that was the weird tech. Yes, I remember that Texans game. That was a really weird game. That was a weird game because that Texans offense isn't going to... You going to the Super Bowl? I am not, Stacy, unless somebody wants to give me tickets. I think Tua has the most. No, it'd be, I think, Geno. Is J.J. McCarthy playing? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Find out Wednesday. Glock Purdy for 15 touchdowns in 3 weeks. I could see it. Purdy's been great. Go Dogs. End of the season T-Log or the beginning of the season Danny Dimes. Ooh, I'm going to go end of season T-Law because the upside's higher, but great question. Old McDarnold had a farm and sold away a Super Bowl. I don't get why the Bears didn't run the ball more. They were averaging like 5 yards per carry. Well, I mean, the Bears scored 38 points. But yeah, I agree. McDarnold's McLovin' it. Wendy Fast. All right, so that's, yeah, those are our tier rankings. You guys have fun with that? You guys have fun? Let me close this. I'm not going to save any of this. Cancel. No. There we go. All right, here we go. Let's do picks. We got to do picks this week, boys and gals. We got to do picks this weekend. Beep, beep, beep. How we doing? 58 and 97. 58 and 97 on the year, boys and girls. That's a pretty good year. Do you play college? I do flat. I do play cut. I do play ultimate team. Working 9 to 5. Why is it showing the yellow on here? Oh, because it's screen. Hold on. Don't do that. We're here. We're here. We're here, boys. We're here. There we go. Okay, here we go. Look, you get a double dipping of power rankings and picks. I'm an OU fan and a Packers fan. Hasn't been in my vocabulary for a while. True. Fun fact, the Packers would have never made the playoffs with Jordan Love if they didn't expand the playoff seating. Just a fun fact. Case, I'm barely alive. I would assume the Texans are ranked 2. They're ranked 5, Case. They're ranked 5. Texans are 5. Pretty good. But I like them a lot. They do have to go on the road for 3 games. That is a big problem. What is Oklahoma? What is OU? It is Oklahoma with a win. All right, let's get to picks. What a combination. Packers and OU sucks. Well, Oklahoma's fun. I can fuck with Ghost Hunter and his Sooners. Told you, my boy played for the Sooners. Shout out, Bear. Which defense you trust more, Texans or Broncos? Definitely the Texans. Did you see what Jeremiah Smith said about Miami? I didn't see exactly, but I know they've been talking shit. UW and the Pack, not the Huskies. God loves football. God does love football. That's why he doesn't root for the Cowboys anymore. They closed up their stadium. They banned Jerry. Jerry might be Satan. All right, let's do picks. But before we get into that, hit that like button if you haven't already. If you are new here, drop a sub on the channel. We got daily sports content for you guys. Live streams, long form videos, and shorts. We'll be live again. I don't know, sometime this weekend. Covering the games. Maybe we'll watch the 49ers. Should we watch 49ers Seahawks this weekend? I think we'll watch 49ers Seahawks this weekend together. We'll do that. We'll do 49ers Seahawks this weekend. And then we'll do, obviously, Sunday night recapping all of Week 18. And then we're going to do a playoff live stream. So, should be a lot of fun. Packers are in the Packers. Panthers will dog walk the Bucks. Broncos going all the way. The Pack is the Packers. We know who the Pack are. Bucks still struggling, even with Bucky Irving's, Mike Evans, and Godwin back. Yup. Well, Todd Bowles is still their coach, and Baker's still hurt. Giants will hire Brian Flores. Maybe. I don't know. Still got the lawsuit going. I think they're going to hire an offensive head coach, the Giants. Jerry Jones sold his soul to Satan himself. He hasn't had a health scare, let alone a flu, in 35 years. Hit the like button or else your team will win a bunch of games in a row once they're eliminated, a la the Atlanta Falcons. Do you think the Raiders purposely tanked? I 1,000% do. Jeremiah Smith said he would have picked Miami over Ohio State if Miami wasn't bad when he was picking his school to go to after high school. Should have been better. Cristobal was bad. Mr. Game Manager himself. All right, first up, Saturday afternoon, Panthers, Buccaneers. What's the rule, boys and girls? Panthers good every other week. This is a good week for the Panthers. They're going to find a way to win this game. Bucks are bad. Give me the Panthers. Bucks are going to die. Yeah, probably. 49ers Seahawks. I am super concerned about this 49ers defense. Dak for MVP in what universe? I am super concerned about this 49ers defense against the Seahawks. This is not a defense that will upset Sam Darnold and could get the offense going. Now, they are super one-dimensional, and Mr. Saleh is going to take away Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now, they could just force the ball to him because I don't think they have anybody available to cover him. I don't think anybody can cover him in first go, so that is a problem for here. Offensively, the 49ers are a unit right now, but the Seahawks defense can give them fits, could stop them. The defense has been fantastic this year. Fantastic. I'm going to lean. Unfortunately, I'm taking the Seahawks, I think. I think the Seahawks do just enough. It's just not the right defense to get to Darnold. I do like that plus 100 number for the Niners, though, on the money line. Yeah, that hurt when he said that. It would. The one where he is 2 in yards and 2 in TDs and third best PR, and they have 7 wins. You trust the Packers offense and the Niners defense more. The Niners defense more, probably. Just a little bit. I love big women. How big, man? You never tell me how big. This could be a barn burner of a game for Seattle. It's going to be a shootout. Is it going to be a shootout, though? Are the Seahawks defense going to let it be a shootout? Browns team 6. Falcons versus Shanks should be for the division, but sadly it isn't. Fair, true. Say it's Falcons. Let's have some fun, boys and girls. Can anybody stop Kirko Chains? I don't think so. Shuck and the boys have been good. I think Kirko is going to round it out, though. Myles Garrett gets the sack record against the Bengals. I agree. Low scoring for sure. Hard to tell. Seahawks defense will break down and Darnold will fall apart. I just don't think that he has a defense that'll force him to fall apart, Case. In the playoffs, against a good defense, yes. Just not this Niners defense. No Barner for the Seattle. May have a big... Barner, the TI tight end for Seattle, may have a big game this week versus the 49ers, linebackers, and safety. Yes. And that's where Darnold likes to throw. It's JSN of the tight ends. Bijan with another big game. Sure, why not? Browns, Bengals. Myles Garrett gets a sack record, though. Sucks. Packers, Vikings, especially if McCarthy plays. Packers are sitting everybody. Nothing can move. They're the 7 seed. So Vikings win another meaningless game, get to 9-8. But it don't matter because the draft pick, I don't give a shit about the draft pick. We don't have a quarterback. Zay, appreciate the jewels. Let's go. Zay's going crazy. He's comboing it. 13 combos. Let's go. Thanks, Zay. Shador blows the game for the Browns. I don't know if that's even possible to blow the game for the Browns. Shaduki. Eagles in off. I don't know what that means. Cowboys, Giants. Yeah, give me the Cowboys. Cowboys get to 8-1 because I called it. I called it as soon as the Cowboys got a tie that they were going 8-1. Okay, Titans, Jaguars. Jaguars to lock up the 3 seed, potentially get the 2 seed. Not going to dick around with this game. Jaguars. Jags scare were last weekend. Texans, Colts, same thing. Ain't taking around at home. Riley Leonard starting. Riley Leonard starting. Texans win comfortably. Bills, Jets, same thing. I think Josh Allen can sit. Doesn't matter over here. Like Mitch Trubisky can beat the Jets. The Jets are horrible. Bears, Lions. I think the Lions put up a fight. I do think the Bears win this game in Chicago. They have to win this game. From a mental standpoint, get the 2 seed. 2 seed's much better than the 3 seed. You don't want to play the Rams. You want to play the Packers. No offense over there. So, yeah. Do you think Malik Willis is good, better than Jordan Love. I don't know if he's better than Jordan Love, but I think Malik Willis is going to get a shot to be a starting quarterback. If the Titans beat the Jags, it'd be so funny, though. It would be funny, and it really doesn't do anything. They'd be locked in at the 3 seed regardless. They need the Patriots to lose to move to the 2 seed. The Eggs, you making fun of my egghead? Oh, Taj. Let's go. Appreciate that, brother. Taj with the super chat. As president of the DAC Hive, I must say he would start at least 20 to 25 teams in the league. I 1,000% agree, and I will finish my beer for Taj over here because he's the man. All right, last chug of 25 on stream, boys. Okay. Ewers burns the Pats defense, but the Pats still win because the Dolphins defense does not have enough skilled players. Fair. I don't know if Ewers can burn any defense, but I think Ewers has been fine. I'd be optimistic about Ewers if I was a Dolphins fan. Bears Lions could end up being pretty high scoring. I agree, Faye. Elon, what's up? Cardi, same. Oh, and Taj just comboed another 10. Taj, awesome. MVP tonight. Taj is the MVPs tonight. Let's go. Fighting for that number 1 and number 2 spots. Let's see. What's good? Brick, hello. Catch up. You wanted Coleman, didn't you? We'll go get him. Hi, Emu. Yep, he's coming to A&M, it looks like. Coleman's coming to College Station. Ghost Hunter, sorry. Stuart, super chat $5,000, and you can. I'll DM you. I'm UGA, right? Yeah. What color is Caleb Williams painting his nails this week? All right, great question. This feels like a bear down week. They're gonna look like this. This week. Those are Caleb Williams nails this week. I think the Pats defense isn't actually that good. I agree. I don't think they're good at all. And a QB who knows how to layer the football, throws away from their quarterback one, just does whatever he wants. Ghost Hunter's OU. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Ghost Hunter. Stacy's cooking breakfast over here. I still hate OU. Go Canes. Cheating bastards. I hate them too. Just cop some new UCLA merch from Fanatics, but I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I know, Taj. I got you. I'll ask her. I'll see. She didn't message me back when I was talking to her about something else. You better hope Ohio State wins. She is also a massive Ohio State fan. But don't worry, I didn't forget about you. Bill Hurd Cloud. I think the Lions sleep and we feast versus the Bears. Oh, I don't know. Okay, it doesn't matter. Broncos, Chargers have already forfeited. I promise the Seahawks are winning the Super Bowl. My second guess is the 49ers. Sam Darnold's not winning the Super Bowl. It's Trey Lance gonna cook. Trey Lance season. Yes. Lance it. College this weekend, yes. Ohio State, Miami tomorrow night. I got Ohio State. I've now flipped my pick. I'm taking Oregon over Texas Tech. That's my flip. I'm going to go Georgia, easy, and I'm going to go Indiana in a slightly closer game than people expect. Who do you think is going to the Super Bowl? Alex, I have no idea. Mixed, are you an incel? No, I'm not. Your mother takes care of that. Joe Milton will light it up the Giants after the first quarter this Sunday. Yeah, Joe Milton. You don't want to ride the Joe Milton roller coaster. Texas win the Super Bowl if they get over the divisional hump. No offense is good enough to beat them. There's an offense that's good enough to beat them. Because it might only need to score 16 points. Trey Lance, North Dakota boy. Yep. Mixed martial artist. Yep, you heard me. And everyone was apparently massively overpaid, so the roster white was probably a good thing. And your boy Knight's gone. Cooked. R.I.P. Knight. Either way, the rumors are that Coleman and Singleton went out to party before the games all that. Well, I would too if I had that thrown to me. Apparently, Kalen Lee demanded $40K to play in the TAMU game. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to play there. Joe Milton sounds like a board game shop over. Yeah, and he's like a 6'6" ripped black guy who could throw the football a country mile. Texans win the Super Bowl if Dak is the QB. I could see it. Chicago by 1,000,000 till I die. Well, the game doesn't really matter. In another meaningless game, the Chiefs beat the Raiders. Raiders are making sure they get that first pick. Eagles fans crazy. I agree. I told my buddy I will wear his jersey for a day if we win the Natty. He got his jersey to troll me. Rip. Fun facts, what's up? Welcome back. Die, Eagles, die. It's a little aggressive, Tosh, but I'm going to let you have it. Over here. Rams, Cardinals. Rams are going to sit everybody, but I still think they win. Like, Jimmy G's fine. Like, Stafford doesn't even need to play. Kyle, hello. Texans win the Super Bowl if top 5 QB. I don't know if Dak's top 5, but top 10. Better bet is, will the Raiders get above 100 yards this time? Yes, I'm going to say over 100 yards for the Raiders. How am I today? I am fine. Fun facts, I'm having a good stream. 100. Pats, Dolphins. Sneaky game. I think the Dolphins cover. The Patriots win this game. Really feminine response from you. That's cute. I remember my first beer. Seahawks for the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold will be the ultimate blockage. I'm betting. Can't do it. Eagles beat the Commies. That game matters for seeding. Commanders are bad. All right, Ravens, Steelers. This is it. Last one. I am very 50-50 on this game. It says Carson Beck is his favorite. I told him to get that. That's so good. That's so good. Let's build a little. All right. Final regular season pick of the year. Ravens, Steelers, Sunday night football. Sunday night football. Let's pull up the playoff machine. Here we go. I'm pulling up the NFL playoff machine so we know what everyone means. Why hasn't it? Oh, it did update. Here we go. Here we go. So we got the Panthers. I got the Sea Chickens. I got the Texans. I got the Cowgirls. I got the Bungles. I got the Falcons. I got the Vikings. I got the Jaguars. I got the Rams. I got the Broncos. I got the Chefs. I got the Patriots. I got the Eagles. I got the Bears. I got the Bills. So your AFC, according to Pete, is the Denver Broncos will get the 1 seed. The New England Patriots will be your 2 seed, and they will be hosting the Los Angeles Chargers of LA, San Diego, Anaheim. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be your 3 seed, hosting the ever dangerous Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. And then we don't have this game. We got one game to pick. This is the current holder. In the NFC, I got the Seattle Seahawks getting your 1 seed, unfortunately. Got the Bears as your 2 seed, taking on the 7 seed Packers. I got the Eagles as your 3 seed, hosting the San Francisco 49ers. And I got the Carolina Panthers taking on the Los Angeles Rams over here. So I do have the Rams winning that game. If the Rams lose to the Cardinals, it will flip. But the Rams have the tiebreaker over the 49ers, but they do not have the tiebreaker over the Seahawks. So if the 49ers do win, the Rams are your 6th seed no matter what. So be on the lookout for that. Maybe scoop up some money. Bet the Cardinals if the 49ers win on Saturday, because the Rams literally playing for nothing over here. But right now, if the 49ers lose, Rams still play for the 5 seed. So finally, for our final pick of the year. Here we go. All right, let me catch up on the chat. Ravens. Yes, Night gone, but he really handled the whole situation with maturity. He's a child. Steele sickness. Do you think Travis Kelce will retire? I do, Zigzag. He's got a baby and a wife. He's got a billionaire wife and a baby to pump into her. And Bynum, Byram, loser gets eliminated, right? Yup. This is winning in. Texans defense taking them to the Super Bowl. I can see it. They need a little help from the offense, though. Are there any QBs you're looking forward to watching in the NFL from the college level? Coming out this year? No. Mendoza is all right. If Dante Moore comes out, yes. Zach, you love the Vikings. Well, skull, brother. I feel the Steelers upset so Tomlin can keep his job. Only bad thing about Seattle going to the Super Bowl is the offense. I agree, and Sam Darnold. Thoughts on the Diggs brothers having a crazy day today? Do you expect anything less from a Diggs brother? Zay, quit spamming. I know you have the Ravens. No, Zay. You should just bet the Steelers. That way you're happy no matter what. Texans will dog walk whoever the 4 seed is. Guys, let's not put our trust in the Ravens. You think the Jags have a chance to choke away to the Titans? Kind of, but not really. Doesn't super matter. I think they win. Potentially, it could matter. God bless the USA. Kel, I have no idea what that is. Some crazy pitcher. I would die on my Ravens. Maybe we shouldn't keep hoping that a team that does everything to lose when it matters most will win. The problem is the same applies to the Steelers. Neither of these teams want to win. Ravens are syphilis. They keep pushing that ball. Syphilis. I like syphilis that they weren't going away, but Sisyphus keep pushing the boulder up the hill only for it to roll back down over and over again. So are the Steelers, though. Hot take, I think every sports playoff should be a single elimination like the NFL is. That would be way too crazy for baseball and basketball and hockey. Well, I guess that works too. I like syphilis. The Ravens are like syphilis. You just can't get rid of them. All right, since the Steelers won, the Ravens will split like we thought. Bengals was win versus the Ravens. All right, boys. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We got daily sports content. This is it. I'm making this pick, and that is it. The winner of this game will play the Houston Texans, most likely. 95% chance they play the Texans. Potentially they play the Jaguars. If the Jaguars lose to the Titans and the Texans win the division. And then the Jaguars fall to the 6th seed and they play the Bills. So there is that chance, but it's not likely. Last pick of 2025. I hope everyone has a great New Year's, a great day. I appreciate every single one of you guys for staying around, hanging out. This is just the end of the calendar. We're just rolling over the calendar. I don't know what the video situation is going to look like this week. My picks video out tomorrow. I'll live stream Saturday night. We'll do Seahawks Niners live stream. I think that sounds good. Seahawks Niners live stream. I picked the Ravens fully prepared to be wrong. I think no matter who you pick, you think you're going to be wrong. Since the Steelers won, Ravens split, War Damn Eagle. Do I watch NHL? I do. Fun fact. I watch my Colorado Avalanche have 65 points and be clear in first place. 8 points up on the stupid Dallas Stars. For the AFC North, just when you think they're out, they pull you back in. Every time we think this team is dead, the Steelers just show up and find a way to win these games. They just do. They just find a way. If Lamar Jackson plays this game, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win this game. They're going to be your AFC North champions. But Lamar Jackson will not play this game. The Baltimore Ravens are going to win the AFC North. They will be taking on the Houston Texans in the first round of the playoffs. We will have Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson hanging around as the big bad boogeymans in the AFC Championship game. Mike Tomlin done in Pittsburgh. John Harbaugh also done in Baltimore. This is how both coaches get fired. I think that's it. I think that's how we do it. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Have a safe celebration tomorrow night. Maybe I'll go live afterwards, like when I get home. If we're going out, we're probably going out tomorrow night. So everyone be safe out there. Have a good New Year's Eve into New Year's. I'll be cooking up some chicken parm. I have no confidence in this one. Tyreek, what's up? TJ Watt being back will help. I agree, but maybe Ewing theory. TJ Watt and the defense makes me worry. Love the content. Yup, cooking some chicken parm for mi madre tomorrow. She asked for chicken parm. It is her birthday. She will be getting chicken parm. Rams lose to the Falcons. Yes, they did lose to the Falcons. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame. Love the content. Appreciate that, Dalton. Are the Broncos Patriots tied right now? Yes, but the Denver has a tiebreaker. So, appreciate everybody. Hit the like button. Seattle or San Francisco, I took the Seahawks. I don't like it. Yes, happy early birthday to my mother. I don't like it, but video out tomorrow, shorts throughout the week. We'll be live Saturday night for the Seahawks Niners. We're going live for that one. We're going live for that game. That's a big game. Have a safe rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Get an Uber. Call somebody. Don't get yourself in trouble. That's it. Let's go, boys. Great 2025. Gonna be a better 2026. So like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.